Rappers in the industry have long been having feuds that ultimately led to their injury or even death, whether they're involved or just around a fatal event that ultimately changed the trajectory of their life. Situations of this extent are not new, but this new age of social media has created clout chasing when it comes to the untimely death of today's rappers. The first point I'd like to bring up is the few rappers that have died in the year of 2022 alone for very cliche and unworthy reasons. Rakim Allen, aka PNB Rock, died at the age of 30 on September 12th at a local Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA. According to Vulture, authorities said the shooter walked into the Roscoe's around 1 p.m. local time. The killer demanded PNB Rock's property, and there was an argument. The suspect then shot PNB Rock several times, took his valuables, and rushed out of the restaurant to a waiting vehicle before fleeing, according to authorities. In other words, the robber asked PNB Rock for his chains and he refused, which ultimately caused the late rapper's death. On June 5th, Atlanta rapper Mario Orr, aka Trouble, was shot and killed visiting a female companion. During that time, the woman's ex-boyfriend came to her house, seeing him there and fatally shot the deceased rapper. He died at the tender age of 34. Lastly, as of November 1st, Krishnik Kahari Ball was fatally shot and killed. According to The Guardian, Takeoff was shot at a bowling alley in Houston where he and Quavo were playing dice around 2:30 a.m. Sadly, the Georgia rapper was pronounced dead at the scene. There have been quite some speculation as to what exactly happened, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter. Not one of these rappers mentioned deserved death. Their deaths weren't involved with any type of street affiliation, breaking any laws, or out of control temper on their part. They are merely living their everyday lives as they should. The issue I think people seem to ignore is fatality at the hands of our own people. Every death I've listed has been at the hands of someone from our own community. And it's sad, it really is. Takeoff is someone that was very reserved. He was, I think everyone could agree, the quietest Migo member. Heck, if he didn't rap, I wouldn't even know what the man sounded like. Aside from his music, he wasn't involved in any industry beefs and kept to himself, only popping out when it was time to show his lyrical ability. Our community constantly glorifies violence until the violence becomes reality. When someone dies, we suddenly scream about the state of our culture until we forget about it and move on. But at times, I believe we become desensitized to destruction at the hands of our own people. We don't acknowledge the role we play that aids in the negative stigma of the Black community. Killing our own because of envy has always been a distasteful act. But this new era of social media has created a sense of entitlement regarding death. When somebody dies, that is a very dark moment. They are in the process of becoming a soulless entity. It has burdened me to go on social media and witness the death of an individual as if that's normal. It is very disrespectful to record someone taking their last breath for the sake of likes and retweets. Whether it's a celebrity or a regular person, you should always have a sense of respect and humanity. At times, I do believe the dopamine hits people get from social media definitely clouds their judgment. As an individual, it should bring you shame knowing everybody is rattled for help and you take out your phone to capture a moment in hopes of going viral. What instead you capture is fatality, a deceased body, looks of worry and instability from people trying to help, and it's a disgrace that is very common amongst our people and all too normalized. This ultimately brings me to the end of this video. I would like to say for all the people out here, make amends with your loved ones. Having them leave the earth knowing y'all left on a sour note is a tremendously sad feeling that I don't wish on anyone. Be safe out here and let the hurt go, because you never know when it's too late. I would like to thank everyone for tuning into this video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.